We're here? Okay. That I didn't see the intro at all.
Oh, I saw it, but then it was
I saw it.
like, did Brock die?
No, I
Oh
could just
no! But hey, you know what is dead? Sora.
We'll get to that.
People's hopes for AI. Whee! Okay. Hello, we're back for the podcast, episode 77. And we've got a lot of the same topics to talk about. Not a ton of different ones, but a lot of the same ones. So, let's get into talking about our weeks here. Mike.
So, business as usual. Over the weekend, I saw Project Hail Mary, which it's not on the dock, but that movie made a lot of money over the weekend. 80 million, which I think is like setting some kind of
year.
Yeah, it's like one of the biggest openings of the year, and definitely the biggest for March. So everyone should go out and see that. It's really good.
Nice. Free.
Just a lot of working, writing. Oh, I guess I kind of caught up on TV a little bit. Watched JoJo's the first episode OVA. Oh, so good. It's so good. The best the series has ever looked. So, watched that. There's a new digital circus. So, that was a good kind of double feature. And I almost have act 1 of my screenplay done. So, a lot of it's just I'm working and employed. So, that's good.
Always good. That is always a good thing. Alrighty. Fiona?
So this week has been a little rough. Just keeping it going with the streaming. Did post the Resident Evil Requiem review, which is probably the best thing that I did all week.
Yay.
Yeah. So hopefully everybody check that out. Please do so. It's up on renegadepopculture.com, and yeah, still playing it, still going through all the different stuff for platinum. I just need 2 more achievements and then I'll have platinum. So I got to do the Insanity playthrough, and I have to do the the speed run. So the under 4 hours one. I almost got there this time.
I will tell you, the speed run I did with a guide, but I think I can do now easily with that one because I got it in a guide with 2 hours and 57 minutes.
Oh shit! Nice.
So it's very attainable once you know what you all need to do in the certain areas.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't realize. I thought the hardest part probably is doing the Raccoon City chunk. But once you're through all that, it's really not that bad.
Because it's so long.
I will tell you on Insanity though, the basement is a fucking nightmare.
I'm sure it is.
Because like in that section alone with the hag, I emptied the entirety of the Requiem into her, and she just laughed at me as she walked in my direction.
Holy shit.
But then when you get to the water treatment plant, you stun her in 2.
Weird.
So, like, they wanted her to be an unstoppable force that you had to hide and walk around there. After you get past that, the rest of the game is super easy. The only section that really sucks is in Raccoon City with the chunk where the buildings collapse and you're on the glass.
Oh, yeah.
That chunk fucking sucks. Insanity.
Oh, God.
But yeah, I did unlimited ammo on it and unlocked that rocket launcher. That rocket launcher kills every boss in 1 hit.
Yeah, it does, right?
I literally skipped the entire Gideon boss fight. First phase, 1 shot. Second phase, another. It just went...
That's always good.
It's so busted. But, like, yeah, Grace's stuff, I was really stealthy, and you could hemolytic inject the lickers. I didn't know you could do that.
I didn't know you could do that either.
It's really satisfying.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll get to that. But I wanted to do today, the goal was to get through with no heals and no crafting, no hemolytics, no nothing on Grace's stuff. So And then I did that. So so now I have infinite ammo for all the guns, and I have infinite hatchet. So
Nice.
there you go. So hopefully that'll help out with
You
the
can,
insanity and the speed run.
you can also,
Um,
so you know, you can also skip Hunk's boss fight.
Oh, I saw that. I was
Mhm.
gonna tell you that. I'm like, did you see that shit? That was
Saw that.
hilarious.
There's multiple ways you could do that too. You could do the run up, or as soon as you start the boss fight, if you start with the
Mhm.
rocket launcher and he goes to attack you, you parry him, shoot the ground, it'll hit him, and then you do the automatic kill animation.
Oh, nice. Yeah, did they patch out the actual like running up to him at first, and the
I
thing
don't
appearing, the right
know.
trigger appearing?
I never
Because
have
it
pulled
seems
it
like
off.
it's hard to do it now. It seems much
Yeah,
harder
I
to
think
do
I
it.
heard in the comments they patched out. They went, "Oh,
Pretty sure they
that's
patched it
not
out.
good."
But yeah, no, like the stuff you think would take longer, like the freaking the
I hate the fucking commando guys, the Umbrella Corps guys.
yeah, that part's hard.
Oh, I hate them so much. But anyway,
Infinite Rocket's
we'll
OP.
try Insanity. We'll see. I don't know. If I don't get the platinum, it's not like that's not a be all end all for me. But I'm happy to get the infinite ammo. That's the
Yeah.
cool part.
Trust me, the Infinite Rocket Launcher makes that whole entire ordeal
Mhm.
easier.
Yeah. Worth it.
All right.
Worth a try.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I did get the platinum over the weekend, so I'm very
Very
happy with
nice.
that. Yeah, on my insanity run with running around everywhere and doing everything, I barely scratched 6 hours. And the first time I played it, running around getting everything was by actual math. It's 13. I like the way that thing counts time and runs is weird. Because when I was done, it said I had like 10 hours and 6 minutes, except my first stream was 3 hours, my second stream was 4 hours, my third stream was 5 hours, and my last stream was an hour and a half. So, I'm moderately okay at math. That's more than 10 hours. So, I don't know
I
if
mean, do they not count the cutscenes as part of the gameplay?
No, they do.
Huh.
Or like, no, they don't, I should say. But like, I don't know. I don't think they didn't count the chunks where I restarted. Where like if you died and then replayed, I don't know if it just as soon as you zip back to save point, if it didn't count that. Gosh, what did I all do? I did not do much, if I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I went on a work trip to St. Peter's, Minnesota. Did some work over there, which is like 4.5 hours away in the like southwest corner of Minnesota. So that was fun. Finished that. Went back into the New Game Plus for Ghost of Yote, so I've been doing that. Pre-ordered Life is Strange Reunion, so I'm looking quite forward to doing that. I won't be able to do it right away because I have a convention this Friday, so starting next week, all next week will be Life is Strange for however long it takes. Which now kind of makes me sad because they updated the PlayStation or the game page for it when you buy it, and the now synopsis is the action-packed end of Life is Strange.
Aww.
Aw.
So now it sounds like not just Max's stuff, his story is done. It sounds like this might be the last Life is Strange game they ever make.
Did the last one, like, what did the last one sell?
I don't think it did well because I think there was some stuff that started people pissed off with Max because when they like Life is Strange double exposure sales because they didn't have Chloe in it like at all. And
Huh.
you had to say that either you broke up or she died. Like they went out of their way to not have her be in it. And I don't know why.
That's so weird. Like, I mean, Ashley Birch has been out of it for a while, so but like Chloe's been like recast for a while. That's such a weird choice.
It was a very weird choice, especially since you brought Max back. Life is Strange experienced poor sales, for a large loss for Square Enix. Yeah, but I believe that was I believe it was almost a contractual thing that they like had it set up as 2 games that they had to do the second one, and I don't know if they just kind of went for doing that, but also how long these games take and how fast this one actually came out in comparison to the other one, that this is kind of what they were planning, which is weird. But it is not let copies. not letting me see a good solid number on how many copies. Exposure.
I mean, there should be publicly available data.
Copies sold. Ooh, boy. Apparently, according to this, it sold under 500,000 copies.
Oh,
Ouch.
that's not good.
Let's see. True Colors. Are you giving me Steam numbers?
Because Google's a worthless piece of shit.
God, it's so dumb. All right, but yeah, that one sold a little bit better just on Steam. It sold better than what that did total, but yeah, it's one of those.
I'm shocked it's that low because that's like some when Fire Emblem was in the bad times numbers.
Well, it's one of those things where if it's not the thing I like, I hate it kind of deal with Life is Strange, where if it's not, I didn't like the character, it wasn't this, it was the worst thing humanly possible. Like, I really like True Colors, but a bunch of people just got unbelievably pissy about it for no reason, and, like, I didn't get
Was
why.
it because it wasn't Max and Chloe?
It hasn't been Max and Chloe since the first one.
I know, but, like, not either of them. I meant, like, collectively, that they were just that pissy about me?
No, yeah, but, like, they didn't do that in Life is Strange 2 when it had neither of them. And that was the very next game.
Alright, so then why are people mad?
I don't know. It's just this isn't a character I wanted, so this is dumb. Huh. Like, you don't know you didn't want the character. Like, what are you talking about?
God damn it.
I don't know, but
well, I mean, if people are gonna be so salty about it, then maybe it is time to just sunset Life is Strange for the foreseeable future.
It's very weird to think that, considering they literally just casted the live action series for Amazon.
Right.
Which I think, honestly, in the format that it's in, it could do really well, and I think will do really well, but, you know.
Well, I think maybe that's what they're doing. They're seeing how this show does to see if they want to make another game, if it would be worth it.
Seems like a smart idea.
Here's the thing, though. The show is going to be about Max and Chloe.
I know.
And now they're now making the very last game in the series that's going to put an end to the story of Max and Chloe. So I don't know what that would mean for making a new one when they're doing a show about the characters that wouldn't be in it.
Well, look, how many spin-offs do we have of fucking Kingdom Hearts? I'm just saying, never say never, man.
Continuity and caring about what people care in that for Kingdom Hearts to me is not a good comparator.
I didn't say you had to be a good one. I'm just saying.
And I think they could sell one copy and they'd be happy with Kingdom Hearts. Gonna be really honest with you. Because they also announced that game, like, what feels like 48,000 years ago and have done nothing. They know their fans eat that shit up like crack, and they can fart in a box and call it Kingdom Hearts if people are gonna buy it.
And also at this point,
and Umbreon knows I'm not wrong.
No, I know you're not wrong. And you know what? I think other than 365, I don't think I've ever played a Kingdom Hearts game. Like, yet I have like the Sora. I bought the Sora DLC in Smash for like. I'm like, well, that's neat. I bought him and Sephiroth, and I have like no idea why, because I'm like, I don't really play either of those games, but I'm like, yellow, like whatever. But yeah, Square is not in a good place.
Square is all in on the AI and NFT, baby, because that's what the people want, right? There's no stories we have that contradict otherwise.
I can't wait to get to those.
God, it feels so good. All right, Mike, buy or sell that the Boys showrunner Eric Kripke slams big epic sci-fi shows that end with no major deaths. At the end, it's like, oh, everyone's fine. I keep yelling at the screen. Things cost things. You can't just get away with this. So, yes, I wouldn't get too attached to any single The Boys character. Also, adding on to that, Eric Kripke says Season 5 of The Boys won't have huge scale battles. We don't have a Game of Thrones budget.
You know, I buy one of those statements. I half buy the second one. Like, I get it. The Boys is not necessarily a traditional superhero show, but maybe one epic battle would be nice.
Well, there's a difference between epic and large scale.
Yeah, I think he means there's not going to be like a battle of the bastards. He's like, guys, it's just not happening. We don't have $20 million an episode, so I'm just telling you now.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. For like when you put it that way, yeah, no, of course you're not going to get anything like that in The Boys.
I think the biggest thing you're going to get is probably a fight between Butcher and Homelander, and then what is Homelander and Becca's kid's name again?
Oh,
Ryan,
yeah.
I have a good feeling they're going to redo the comic, but instead of it being a clone of Homelander inside of Black Noir the entire time that was doing all the bad stuff, and that's the guy that kills Homelander, I have a feeling it's going to be Ryan, who is essentially a clone of Homelander now.
Yeah, I think
that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where they
plus it ties into the first season a lot cleaner.
It do. Alrighty, Kiona, buy or sell that by the grace of everything wholly possible that they greenlit a season 2 of Wonder Man.
Yes.
I definitely buy it. I really enjoyed the first season of Wonder Man for sure. Yeah. It'll be nice to have Simon and Trevor Slattery back, you know? We all need more Trevor Slattery in our lives.
I have a feeling because of this and how I feel they do it going forward, outside of the obvious big ones like Daredevil and like X-Men and Spider-Man for the shows that are actually like, duh, people are going to watch it. I hope this signals what I hope it is, to where, hey, that one did really good. Do a second season. Not just, we came up with an idea, do it, and maybe people will like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This feels like Marvel Television is like they're leaning into the fact that it's television now.
You can do whatever you want with Simon and Trevor and it not affect anything else.
And not only that, like the budget versus like, you know, some of the other shows that didn't do so hot is probably significantly smaller.
Costs like 5 cents compared to everything else. Like, everyone's like, why don't we get another thing of WandaVision? I'm like, because one episode of WandaVision costs 15 times as much as probably the entire season of Wonder Man.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And also, like, the streaming environments changed so much. Like, WandaVision came out, like, within the first year or two of Disney+. And a lot of the stuff was greenlit, like, during the pandemic when everyone was stuck at home and everyone was streaming everything.
Yep.
People don't do that now.
Crazy how that works. Bree, buy or sell that Netflix wants to reach up to 12 seasons of the live-action One Piece. The producers say live-action One Piece have said that they need 6 seasons to reach the middle of the story and 12 to adapt it completely. It could take Netflix up to 15 to 20 years.
I mean, would that not be in the One Piece tradition to take years and years?
Except for the fact that in the One Piece tradition, the characters would look the same and not be 40 to 50-year-olds in a story that's only 2 years long.
Yeah. I mean, look, if people are watching, it makes it a shit ton of money. I mean, already in, like, the Netflix houses, they already have, like, several areas, like, themed to One Piece, so... Yeah. I feel like One Piece is going to be part of Netflix's game plan for the foreseeable future.
I would imagine. It probably will be.
Oh, did you see that cute video back when the season, they had Inaki with Elmo?
Yeah.
Is doing that comment. I was like, please let them do a promo together, because they teased it. I'm like, this would be such a missed opportunity. I'm like, thank you for taking it.
All right, Kiona.
Yes, their plan is indeed real. The One Piece is real.
Fiona, buy or sell at Xbox
Mhm.
corporate vice president Lori Wright is departing the company in the coming weeks, according to her LinkedIn update. People think the
Mhm.
future of console having a third-party launchers, the console having a third-party launcher makes her job kind of pointless because she's the head of third-party relations.
Well, I suppose it does. I don't know, honestly. This one is a bit of a muffed punt for me. I'm kind of just like, good luck to that person. I don't know who they are, but good luck to them. Yeah. So things are going swimmingly over there, let me tell you.
Oh, they are. Trust me.
Oh,
Project
between
Helix is
that,
gonna
between
save it.
that and like the rumors of some parts of Copilot being scaled back in Windows 11.
Mhm.
Yeah, things are going great.
Yeah.
So great.
Everything is
Everything's
Everything's great.
awesome.
Yeah. Mike, buy or sell that popular YouTuber Mr. Beast has officially offered to fund a Naruto remake, but only if it doesn't include any filler. He replied to a post about the One Piece remake where Wit Studio CEO said it would be fast-paced and filler-free, and Mr. Beast responded saying, "Can we please get one for Naruto? Please, please, I'll help fund it."
You know what? I actually have something to say about this, Mike. I am so sorry to cut you off.
No.
I've
Go
seen
ahead.
parts of it. Have y'all seen his like indie animation thing to promote his toy line?
Oh, it's hot. It's hot garbage.
Yeah, Brock, I don't know if you remember this, but do you remember like that weird ass like Skechers cartoon that like aired on like Nicktoons like 15 years ago?
Fuck no.
It had like
I
Dante
didn't know
Bosco.
that
It was weird.
existed.
Oh yeah, it was basically a giant advertisement for like the Go Stretch, like the ninja sneakers. It was fucking weird. But anyway, like Mr. Beast, my guy, stay away from animation. I'm like, of all the
There's a
things
difference
to touch,
between his team animated and if he gave the money to a different studio that's good to animate it.
I don't trust his judgment. I'm like,
But would it be his judgment? It would just be his money. That's what I'm saying.
well, his money also had that with some of the worst sound mixing ever. So I'm like, I don't think bro is a good judge of quality.
That's what I'm saying, though. If he just gave the studio that would be the judge of quality the money, it wouldn't be bad. Because he didn't make a Naruto thing. He made a thing of his own that sucked. He would just give money to a place that would make it that's good.
Alright, but here's my other argument against it. That's not going to fix the ending of Naruto.
Yes, but them redoing the ending of Naruto could.
So, no aliens?
Because if you redo the show, you can redo that. Where you take out the entire point of work hard, you'll get far. It turns into you two were chosen by destiny and it didn't matter, and here comes an alien.
See, this is what happens when you drop off of Naruto Shippuden after episode.
Wait, you didn't know the
39.
ending?
I
literally
gave up on
didn't
Shippuden
know how
after...
to beat Marta, so they went, here comes a fucking alien.
Well, here's like the biggest thing. It's like, why weren't like her and Madara the same character? Because Madara, like, after like all this hype was like such a non-factor.
That was the entirety of Naruto, though. Every time they had an enemy, they went, but who's that guy in the cloak up on the hill over there? That can't be the next villain. He's gonna be much better. Like, everybody...
But you know what? Here's like actual, like, even if you factor all that in, here's where like the storyline in Naruto actually got like really fucked up. This is like actually the worst thing that they did. Is with when Itachi died, like that should have been like Sasuke's thing. He's like, I'm never going to forgive the leaf. But Naruto kind of has a point. We have to end the cycle of violence. Like that just seemed where his character was going.
Yeah.
And then they didn't do that.
I always consider problems with Sasuke, considering the fact that the creator of the series didn't come up with Sasuke. The fucking editor did.
Of course it was. Of course it was the editor.
Like, the concept of Sasuke as a character was only came up with after the editor said you need to have a person. It's fucking unreal to me.
Like, I don't think it's coincidental that any of Kishimoto's like post Naruto works have not done well.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Boruto's been great.
Or like what was not Samurai 7? It was Samurai 8, and then like the one like Italian like mob one shot that he did.
That I have no idea. All right.
So suffice it to say, I sell this.
Fiona, buy or sell that Todd Howard confirmed that The Elder Scrolls 6 is now Bethesda's top priority after wrapping up work on Starfield. The majority of the studio is now working on it 8 years after it was revealed.
Jeez.
And also buy or sell the fact that he openly said he was getting pissed about people mentioning Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, top priority.
I sell him. You know, I'm just gonna sell him no matter what he says. It doesn't matter. Todd Howard can just fly away like the little eagle boss that he is, or whatever.
Fly like a bird.
Yeah, just get out of here. Get out of here, bud.
God. All right.
Seriously, he's so out of touch. I don't even know what else to say about it.
Not me, man. I will buy or sell this one. Sony is automatically refunding High Guard microtransactions purchased on PS5.
As well.
Why? The fact that also no one knew what was happening. PlayStation people were just randomly getting money in their accounts, and they're like, "What the hell?" And they're like, "It was refunds from High Guard."
Yep.
That to me is awesome. They're like, "Yeah, we know. It's fine. This is the actual game people said Concord was, so we're actually refunding all this stupid shit that was." Mike, buy or sell that Netflix plans to launch a K-pop Demon Hunters global concert tour with promoters offering tens of millions of dollars with upfront guarantees. They aim to put on shows in arenas of 10,000 plus fans.
I buy, and let me look at those numbers again. Tens of millions? That doesn't seem like enough.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be the upfront guaranteed for the people doing it because the Netflix is going to make the rest of the money.
True. Like I would not be surprised if this thing like sold out like instantly.
Yeah, it's gonna be really great to hear them perform a song other than Golden. My God, I love it, but I need to hear what it sounds like performed live. And, like, getting to actually see them perform how it's done, watching them rap compared to, like, doing it. The only question someone asked me is, like, are they going to come up with other songs that Huntrix would have had that wasn't in
the movie?
In the movie.
That would actually be a cool idea.
I kind of feel like they'd have to, because usually most concerts run at least an hour to 90 minutes.
It could, but what I'm thinking possibly is that not so much with Ray Ami, because she talks about killing people and stuffing them in body bags, where they might put the other artists' individual normal songs in the performance as well. People are just
also, they'll probably have some special guests there too.
I wouldn't doubt it. Like, they're probably going to have Twice there.
Twice, Blackpink maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. We'll see. Like, if the rumor is true that, like, they possibly want to get Jennie from Blackpink involved in the sequel, because apparently that's who Rumi is, like, based on.
Well, I know Jennie's doing more stuff here. Like, recently she did a remix with Tame Impala on his song Dracula that was, like, really big last year.
Yeah. So, I could see that. And from the looks of it, like, I don't know how much longer Blackpink is staying together. Like, I like their new album, but it was not great. It was different. It was very different. It did not sound like K-pop, but it was still good. Alrighty, we're on out of the buy or sell and into the gaming news. Nvidia's CEO is in full-on damage control mode after the DLSS 5 set the company's gaming reputation on fire last week. He said, quote-unquote, "I think their perspective makes sense, and I can see where they're coming from, because I don't love AI slap myself."
Then why did you approve it, you dumbass? You're the CEO! You make the decisions!
He said in a new interview, all of the AI-generated content increasingly looks similar. then they're all beautiful, so I'm empathetic towards what they're thinking. That's just not what DLSS5 is trying to do.
I'm just picturing the gif of Will Arnett from Arrested Development. I've made a huge mistake.
Yes. And there's more going on with this as well. Apparently, it looks like DLSS5 was just an AI filter after all. YouTube creator
really did
Daniel
look like
Owen.
that.
Well, it did. What a shocker. AI filter is AI filter.
Yeah. But it wasn't a filter. It was an AI, their version of an upscaler. But it wasn't an upscaler. YouTube creator Daniel
No,
Owen
it
asked
was
NVIDIA
not.
some questions regarding DLSS5 and if it essentially takes a single 2D frame with motion vectors and input to generate the output frame. The amount of buzzwords Jensen Hong said, like neural rendering, content control, generative AI, generative control at geometry level, just ended up admitting that DLSS5 is exactly what everybody expected. An AI filter on your video games. A single render 2D frame, the normal color image, and motion vectors showing all that. So it does not get access to deeper game data like 3D geometry, depth buffers, or material. The AI looks like only a flat image at motion information, then guesses the details about the scene, such as skin, hair, fabric, characters, and lighting.
So it's basically swapped. I mean, because it's not what Sony does. Because Sony does, it takes the geometry and like the data and then like upscales the detail.
Yeah, it literally just stabs steroids into it to go. That's what the PSR does, which is what it should do.
Yeah, that's exactly what it should be doing. It shouldn't be replacing any assets in the game or drawing over any assets. That's the problem that I think we all have with it, is the fact that it's actually redoing the visuals of the game, which are fine in and of themselves. Capcom was like looking at that and they were just like, dude, what are you doing to our game?
Exactly, and that was I don't have the exact. I lost the article that I was going to bring up because I couldn't find it again. But apparently, Capcom and all the other developers were completely in the fucking dark when that came up.
Yeah, they were in the dark about it.
That partner list of all the people that agreed.
Yeah,
to be
they're like, we didn't sign off of this.
No, they're
No
like,
way.
one of your guys called and was like, "Hey, we're working on something," and we went, "No."
Yeah.
You know what it is, and it kind of highlights something. We didn't put this in the doc, but it made all the lighting like flat. Exactly.
Flat.
Yeah, it's because like that's the whole thing that makes things look cinematic, and because we were talking about this like off camera like during the week, but with like live action movies with LED lighting, everything looks flat, and that's why movies don't really look like movies anymore. So like the point I'm getting across is, what's the difference between that and Dwayne Johnson in the Moana trailer? Nothing.
I don't think AI could make a wig look that bad.
No.
I'm just saying, visually, is there a difference, Brock?
I don't know.
This is a serious question. You will be graded on it.
I partially think that DLSS5 version of Grace looks better than The Rock does in Moana. If you want my
that's
honest
fair,
opinion.
but then a paper bag floating in the wind looks better than The Rock and Moana.
Oh God, it looks. I thought that it's literally. We'll get to it, but that was literally.
You know, and we could actually talk about my biggest complaint, because it doesn't have certain parts, so we could show it on Twitch.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be very careful with that, because there were certain things where it got iffy with me last week, and I don't know what the fuck that was about. So, all right. So gaming news: the RE4 remake is being supposedly done by the.
Is it 5? I'm like, we already had 4. That game's 2 years old. What are you talking about, man?
Sorry. All right, so the same duo that did the RE2 and RE4 remakes is supposedly the one that is making the Code Veronica remake. So that is pretty cool, because both of those games knocked it out of the park.
That's interesting.
Yes, and Dust Golem, a well-known leaker that has gotten everything right in his entire life about Capcom, spoke a little bit about the reboot of Resident Evil 0 remake, saying the game was that they rebooted the remake, saying that the game wasn't in bad shape, but it was a decent game. They just realized they could do things a lot better and decided to redo several parts of it. I'm telling you right now, if that fucking RE0 remake comes out and it still doesn't have an item box, I am burning down Capcom.
Yeah, for real.
Anyone who has played Resident Evil games and has played Zero, they didn't put an item box in, so you just had to, at random parts of the mansion, dump your fucking items on the floor with a fixed camera angle and walk around on the ground hoping you were picking up the right item, and if you dropped it and it got caught in the geometry, you couldn't pick it up again.
The hell?
No.
I have played some of that game, and that is exactly how it is.
Oh,
because you're controlling two different characters in two different parts of the environment, and so one of them has to come back up and grab the stuff once you drop it. It's very annoying.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
So
they
bad.
need to put an item box in that game for real.
I mean, an
item box fixes 90% of the problems.
Yeah, they
I
need
mean,
to
that would
put
be
storage.
insane to not have an item box in a modern Resident Evil game. That would be insane.
It would.
I mean, it's kind of part of the fun, isn't it, to figure out how you're gonna make everything fit into the item box?
Exactly,
or the game.
If you're going
some indie developer made a game out of that.
They did, or like the attaché case. The attaché case. Yes,
yeah.
which they gave Ethan in 8.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so it worked just fine. But the game is being developed by M2 and K2, a team that supported development on the RE3 remake and developed the Separate Ways DLC. And this is something I'm going to get out of my way about the RE3 remake.
Yes.
That people, whenever I talk about it, don't know what I'm actually fucking saying.
Huh.
Every time they complain about the RE3 remake, they say it's a bad remake of 3, therefore it's a bad game. No. The game itself that you have is a good game.
It's a good game.
Is it not a great remake and they cut a bunch of stuff out? Yes. But it is still a good game that you have. And then I had a good friend of mine was like, yeah, but it's bad though. You could beat it like an hour and a half. Yeah, guess what you could also beat in an hour and a half? RE9! Does that mean RE9's terrible? Because speedrunners did that, and speedrunners beat every other game that's come out since 2 in less than an hour. So that mean every single game for Resident Evil since 7 is terrible? No!
That's, like, insane to even consider that, like, for real.
Oh, it's so stupid. Alright. Now, shocker, Capcom has come out and said some things about them using AI because of this stupid DLSS5 horseshit. Capcom has says it will not use materials generated by AI in its games. However, it still plans to use AI technology to improve game development efficiency in areas such as graphics, sound, and programming. For our company, we will not implement materials created by generative AI into our games. On the other hand, we plan to effectively utilize it as a technology to help increase efficiency and productivity in game development process. Therefore, we are currently exploring ways to utilize various areas such as graphics, sound, and programming. I am very good with using AI to help processes as far as efficiency. That's where it should be used.
Exactly.
Yep. I would argue that that's the proper way to utilize AI.
Oh, you'd be 100% correct.
Yes.
If any way it can make your task easier on the back end for a creator so they can create more,
yeah,
do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do not have it make the things for you.
No, don't have it make the game or make the things for you or whatever, make the assets for you. It's like ridiculous. It's like the Crimson Desert, kind of thing that's happening.
I was just about to bring that up.
I never looked. I heard that was bad. What exactly all happened with it? Because I did not get a chance to look much into it. Is it like creating quests, or don't they have AI generated voice lines?
Yes,
that's
they have. I think that they have voice lines, but it was certain like languages.
Yeah,
it was different languages, I believe.
I think basically the main point of contention is that they used AI generated placeholders that made it into the final game.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
somebody didn't take them out.
Expedition 33 all over again. They left in a bad newspaper.
It's almost like you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, even if the placeholder is just like a person in your company going, like, have something else there.
But see, unlike Expedition 33, people aren't letting give away with it because it's not as good of a game.
Yep.
Yeah.
oh god, Crimson Desert. It's like it's so weird to me because it's like one of those games where I almost am interested, but at the same time I'm just looking at it going like, doesn't seem for me. It just doesn't.
It's one
So
of
I don't
those.
know.
It's one of those choice paralysis type games for me because everyone I hear
Yeah.
about it is like the main quest is not great, but oh fucking boy, if you want to go out and explore a world for 1,000 hours, it's got everything you want. But I'm hearing that it has some of the most unintuitive controls I've heard of in my entire life. Like, special attacks involve you hitting R1 and R2 multiple times instead of L1 and R1. So, like, they claw it. It's really weird. And then I'm seeing people playing it going, well, don't you do that normally? I'm like, so you don't play video games. Because it's not often for a combo that you hold either side of the triggers and bumpers at the same time. I can't remember the last game that did that.
None of games I've played has that ever been a thing that's happened.
No, it's fucking weird. Oh, it's so fucking weird. All right. Okay. So, PlayStation will be dropping the PlayStation Network and PSN branding by September of 2026. We would like to inform you that Sony Interactive SIE has strategically decided to phase out the term PlayStation Network and PSN across our platform in order to properly capture the breadth of our evolving digital services, what's changing, and timeline. The upcoming changes are purely visual and will not introduce any technical alterations to our offerings. Simply unifying branding in terms like PlayStation Network and PSN will be phased out across all SIE assets by September 2026. All features currently associated with PSN, including core network features such as friends, multiplayers, trophies, will remain unaffected and available to players. You'll be notified ahead of time of changes coinciding with the technical requirements checklist updated in the fall of 2026. Note, PS5 DevNet access required to the TSR documentation. At the same time, you will need to align with the update and the branding guidelines to ensure the removal of PSN instances from future releases, assets, and external services. What I think this means, and I am fucking just throwing shit in the dark here, and there's nothing confirming this. This is nothing doing anything. This is me totally speculating. I think they are doing something I said they should have for a while, considering what they fucking own. I think they are going to start putting together stuff they have into a generative streaming service like Crunchyroll and other things into a tier list that gets you more stuff involving everything they fucking own across Sony.
I mean, they kind of have in other parts of their things. So basically, it would be like movies everywhere, but for like PlayStation stuff, essentially.
That I just think that they're going to be like, we could offer more things that are outside of just PlayStation and a singular streaming thing.
Well, I mean, because that could be their alternate to like a streaming service, like in the traditional sense that they have like. So I mean, instead of it being PlayStation branding, it might just be generalized Sony branding, which makes sense because haven't they been using PSN since like the PS3 or the PSP?
It'd be at least the PS3. I don't know when all that crap got introduced on the PSP, but it's been since the PS3.
That's what I'm saying. So like it's had the same branding for like 20 years, basically.
Yeah. So like if they throw in like the movies thing, whatever, and then like your Crunchyroll or whatever and everything into like one giant blob, I actually don't think that'd be that terrible as long as they don't fucking overinflate the price is my only fear.
Yeah, that's a valid concern.
But honestly, if they make it a decent price and they throw in like one or two extra things, that'd actually be really smart considering the amount of digital shit that Sony owns.
True.
So it could be. It'll be honestly wait to see what corporate greed does, because I could see them doing that with the fact that they basically have a monopoly on anime.
Oh, yeah, pretty much.
Fucking Katakawa, Aniplex, basically every single streaming service for anime outside of High Dive.
Yeah. And maybe Retro Crush if you're into retro stuff. That's about it.
Freaking ridiculous. All right, this is a topic that we had a while ago, and it's kind of right out of the horse's mouth, so I figured this would be something that we'd want to talk about. Yoshi P talks about it being harder and harder for people nowadays to get into Final Fantasy. Yoshi P says, I'm 53 now, and I've been playing Final Fantasy since 1 in real time. But for younger generations, people who grew up naturally accustomed to action-based combat and online competitive play, the recent entries in the series may have been harder to engage with. Part of that is simply because, I'm sorry to say, the release intervals for new titles have gotten longer. So some players haven't really had the chance to connect with the series the way the older fans.
Yeah, I can see his point. Longer development cycles definitely play a factor into that. I think in terms
something
of
popular like 7 struggled recently with like the sequel did not do as well as the original.
It has,
sequel.
and
wasn't the sequel also get bad press because it was unbelievably fucking bloated?
It was. It really was. It's part of the reason why I didn't really write a review for it, and also the fact that I was kind of disappointed with what they did.
It also didn't turn into a game where you had to play 7 instead of it being a remake of 7.
Yeah.
It's definitely not as accessible as Remake was. Rebirth was definitely not as accessible, in my opinion, just because of the fact that the area of the game that it's based on. If you don't have like the knowledge of the original game of what it all means, you're kind of just left in the dark a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe that's just my experience with it, but
no, I've heard that from more people that it stopped being more of a remake of the original games and more of a sequel to the original games in a separate timeline.
Yeah, exactly. But I also think that like in terms of what they're saying about the action-based gameplay and everything like that, I think that they tweaked it pretty well in terms of like the remakes, remake and rebirth, and their battle system and everything is actually really cool. Okay. And of course, FF16 had like the Devil May Cry style kind of combat to it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, 16 is fantastic when it comes to combat and stuff. I really liked it, so I don't see the problem. But it's just that I don't know. Maybe it just doesn't resonate as well, or maybe it's just the fact that like you had the shipping wars and all that stuff happening, and maybe that's turned off a lot of people.
Their God knows shipping never makes things bad. You fucking jonka dumbass. Here's another thing I'm going to say about shipping. Here's a rule I'm going to make. If you cannot come up with a name for your ship that is not just fucking slamming their names together, you don't get to talk about it. Be creative. For the love of God.
Well, there goes my Steph cast theory, but anyway, I don't know.
But like one thing that I also think is against it, there's really not a game series like Final Fantasy where it changes essentially the entire game every time, every game.
True.
Yeah, no, that's true. Because even like other, JRPGs or that, usually they stay relatively close to the same, gaming format and like gameplay system.
Yeah, and like it's new characters, it's new systems sometimes, it's new settings. And this isn't back in the day like of the PlayStation and PS2 where if a JRPG came out, the collective erections around the world were just like breaking the sound barrier. Like that doesn't happen anymore. It just doesn't. Like it just not as many people and they just started doing more action-based stuff in the past like 3 games.
Yeah.
So outside of like Claire 15. Doing stuff like that, like not as many people are as long-rounded fans, and most of the people that are people that are our age and older. It's hard. It's kind of harder for some to get into because they're like, yeah, go play the older ones.
Yeah,
they won't.
Yeah, and I think that maybe there's probably a little bit of a barrier there, a barrier of entry there, because it's like it's a remake, so obviously like people that really appreciate the original games are going to be like more into it, and then the ones who are newer to the scene or whatever, they're going to be like, well, what's in this for me? I don't really know how to solve that.
Yeah. But I think you're right about the change of direction from like it being like a straight up remake, because I mean that's what everyone assumed. It was going to be sort of like a Resident Evil like style remake.
It's literally called remake.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. I like that they're redoing certain things. Like that was part of
I like
what
that
I liked
too.
about remake.
Yeah.
But but then they just kind of went to the next one, to Rebirth, and they just kind of stuck it in like no, this is actually happening the way that we always wanted it to, or the way that it's always happened. And I think they should have committed to one direction as opposed to kind of going half and half. I don't know. Maybe that's just me though.
No, I think you have a point, because then it's just like a very like confused and bloated game, which is what it is.
Which is what it was. Yeah, I mean, not that it was bad. It was really well done. It was really well made and well produced and everything. But it's just that when I got to that ending, man, I was like, I expected something different, and I thought that they were signposting a lot with Remake, that they were going to. It felt like a course correction. It almost felt like a Disney Star Wars thing. It felt like this is the response to the hardcore fans who don't want anything changed, and this is what we're gonna do now to like
and that's
fix.
Always a great idea.
And that's always a great way to handle things.
And also,
like,
honestly,
that really worked for Disney Star Wars.
Yeah, that worked great. And honestly, like the comparison to Disney is appropriate, because I feel like the second game has like a lot of the issues that people have with Kingdom Hearts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it felt more
Donald
like
and Goofy in it.
No, but I mean,
yes.
that like the way that it played in like the story structure, it felt more like a Kingdom Hearts game than a Final Fantasy game.
Which is crazy considering Kingdom Hearts is Final Fantasy.
Well, I know, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I just love when they're like, Final Fantasy went a little too Kingdom Hearts.
It kind of did, though. It kind of did. But I mean, again, that was something that I enjoyed. I liked the fact that they were willing to break the rules a little bit with this and change things up and give us something different. But maybe I'm wrong, and maybe they just should have gone with a straight up remake, and then it would have just solved all of our problems and we wouldn't be questioning it. I don't know. I highly doubt it.
Yeah, you got me.
I don't really know, what can they do.
I don't know.
What can they possibly do to fix this? I mean, so look, they're already like, you have to go all in on this and do recoil, research, whatever the fuck they're gonna call it, and release that one. They have to release a third one, and then after that, I don't know where they go with the series or where they go with the franchise.
Is there a game, quite honestly, that like even if they just did it one for one, that would be good if they remade it of the old batch, like 9 or any of the other ones? Maybe. That would actually have a good enough story for that grand scale. Do you think there's one? Like outside of 10?
8?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'd like to see an 8 remake.
I know too, but you would think marketing wise 9 would make the most sense to remake.
9 would absolutely make the most sense. I mean, if they wanted to go real old school with it, they could do.
No, I mean, I'll be sick. I wish they had like a straight up.
Good.
Yeah, no, or if they actually do like a 1 remake, because like, I mean, if you're probably gonna get like the comparisons that it's too a little Fire Emblem-y, but I'm like, well, I mean, that's kind of what it started out as.
Didn't they try to do that with Stranger in Paradise or whatever, Stranger of Paradise, whatever the fuck, whatever that game was, where the guy just kept saying we have to kill chaos.
I don't remember. I never touched that one.
Chaos. Maybe? Chaos. We have to kill chaos. 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 Chaos.
I don't remember. Maybe. I don't remember. But, speaking of killing, Sora's dead. OpenAI will shut down Sora.
Cut the Kingdom Hearts one, though. Don't worry, Josh.
Yeah. Yes. OpenAI will shut down Sora video app. Disney drops plans for $1 billion investment. All right. OpenAI said it will discontinue Sora, the generative AI video creation app it launched last year, without providing any reason for the decision. Sucked. Didn't make any money. We're saying goodbye to Sora, to everyone who created with Sora, shared it, and built the community around it. Thank you. What you made with Sora mattered.
No, it didn't.
We know this news is disappointing. Statement added, we'll share more soon, including timelines for the app, the API, and details on preserving your work. OpenAI didn't respond to requests for additional info. The announcement comes just 3 months after Disney inked a groundbreaking deal with OpenAI. Under the 3-year licensing agreement, Sora would have been able to generate user-prompted videos from a set of more than 200 masked animated or creature characters from Disney, Marvel, Pixar, and Star Wars. Sora and ChatGPT images were generated fan-inspired videos. I like how they won't even say that it's fan-created. It's fan-inspired videos with Disney licensed characters in early 2026, with
So
Disney Plus
WWE of them.
adding a curated selection of Sora-generated videos. Disney has now ended its partnership with OpenAI, which included plans for media conglomerate to take $1 billion stake in artificial intelligence company led by CEO Sam Altman. A Disney rep said to the statement of Variety, as the nascent AI field advances rapidly, we respect OpenAI's decision to exit video generation business and to shift its priorities elsewhere. We appreciate the constructive collaboration between our teams and what we learned from it. And we will continue to engage with AI platforms and new ways to meet fans where they are responsibly embracing new technology that respects the rights of creators.
That is such a horseshit, like, PR, like, gobbledygook. The only reason they're saying that they're going to continue, like, investing in stuff is just for the investors. But here's the thing. I'm not saying that Disney's going to completely pull out of AI, but I was actually chatting with Heisers earlier about it. So, for those who don't know, the tech that made Disney Plus was originally BAM Tech, which was actually a spinoff of Major League Baseball. It was their own streaming platform. That's why Disney Plus's actual platform isn't complete dookie. But anyway, that cost like a lot of money to like get those assets, and Disney Plus right now is kind of a money pit. In order for it to have like a sustainable, like, user content generating platform, realistically what Disney would have to do would be have their own closed off platform. They're not going to put the money into that when Disney Plus is having issues.
No.
That's just not going to happen.
No. The second iteration of OpenAI's Sora, which launched in late September 2025, generated stunning, realistic-looking videos and raised alarms in Hollywood, giving Sora's opt-out model requiring IP owners to proactively flag that they wanted their copyright.
You paid a bunch of money to pesky media to fucking gas you up. Let's be honest.
Yes. They wanted their copyrighted works excluded from the system. In November, Japanese content group Coda, which members include animation studio Ghibli, and issued an OpenAI demanding the company stop using their content to train Sora 2. All right, now also OpenAI. Where was the other one that we just? Hold on. What was the second one that you?
Oh, the bit bigger thing. Are you talking about the bigger story that's kind of got buried in here?
Yeah, because I opened the link that you have and it just says Sora dead, and then it stops, and I have to subscribe to Wall Street Journal to read it.
Okay, well,
those are under a paywall.
Okay, so
all right, well, I probably should be able to pull up the Wall Street Journal article because I have Apple News. So give me one sec. There we go. Let's just go. Wall Street Journal.
I just imagine the next episode of Sora being called, "We know it sucks, but please use it. Please, for the love of God." The only Sora I believe in was in Digimon.
Ha ha.
I love Digimon so fucking much.
I'll see if I could find it, but there actually is like a bigger story. Oh, you know what? I think Pop Base actually has the original thing. I have the original tweet, so I can just get that. So
I will take Digimon Sora over Kingdom Hearts Sora any day.
All right. Oh, I'm just gonna put into the private chat because it just has the headline, which I feel like is the only thing that we needed. Also, oh, we have polls in here now. StreamYard keeps adding new things every day, so
they do.
That the do. Okay, here we go. See this?
Oh, I love Digimon. I get to meet War Greymon's voice actor in May. I'm quite fucking excited about that. The original War Greymon. I got to meet Agumons at one of the last conventions I was at, and we talked about that, but that was so fucking cool.
There we go. I got it.
Why don't you put it in the notes app on here? That won't let you copy and paste.
Yeah, I know.
So fucking dumb. Almost as dumb as apparently the ending to Chainsaw Man that people.
Oh yeah, that might be topic for next week. But
yeah, OpenAI will be not supporting the video functionality through ChatGPT following the shutdown of their video app Sora.
Yeah, that's the bigger thing, is that ChatGPT is no longer going to support video.
So AI is like very dead.
Yeah, the manga ended today, Umbreon. Video generated AI is sounding like it's being out the window. Thank fuck. It's just like all of it looks like it's such people that I could tell don't watch a lot of anime. That are just like, man, have you seen how great these scenes look that we came up with? Like, the 10 frames. What do you people think? Like, huh? Like, what? It just reminds me of freaking. I saw a tweet today that made me want to put a hole through the wall. So, people just want to have a thing. Isn't there still Google's Bananarama video? I've never heard of that.
Their whole thing. It just... Well, here's the thing. Google has a tendency to start projects and then sunset them, so...
You don't say. You don't say. But I saw a tweet today of, like, people just want to have the big bang happy boom booms. There was a tweet that went up where it was this infographic, and on the top of it was JJK, and on the right side was JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And it said, stuff does better. And it had this mile-long list of everything, including art style, animation, character design, all of this, 9 billion things on JJK, and then on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, it just said writing. I don't mean to be the snooty fuck. JJK's good. But last I checked, the art from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is hung in the fucking Louvre, you stupid pricks. Mm-hmm. Don't come at me with you thinking that JJK has better animation or art than fucking JoJo's. Good God, what are we actually doing?
God.
Like, JJK's good. Don't get me wrong. But Araki on a bad night could shit out a better storyline than JJK.
I mean, is it mean to say that a lot of JJK storyline is, like, lesser Bleach?
You're pretty accurate.
And to a lesser extent, lesser Yu Yu Hakusho.
Which is not their fault, because... I mean, like, a lot of... You kind of can't, in that instance, get too far away from Bleach when that's the kind of storyline you're going to do. But don't act like you're reinventing the wheel. Yeah, no, it's an actual thing, Umbreon. It's outrageous. But, oh, God. All right, hey, so... Since, great, we're done talking about things that look bad, the Moana live-action trailer...
we gotta show some stills. Oh.
While you're doing that, can I repeat what I said on Twitter earlier?
You can do whatever you want.
I literally said, normally I find it pretty condescending when people are like, "Oh, who asked for this?" when they're talking about a franchise or a movie that, like, has made like billions of dollars. This is the first time where I'm genuinely asking, who the fuck asked for this?
It's Dwayne Johnson alone, because this is one of the few times of, like, the Disney live-action remakes that you can't say it's, like, solely a Disney thing. I mean, I feel like primarily this is a Dwayne Johnson vanity project.
Okay, now, guys, I'm just going to I'm going to show you this is the first time we're like, normally when I did my Ruby reviews, we just went through memes because it was funny. We're going to do that now. Because, why does John's picture look better?
It really does.
Like, and then you get...
It does, honestly.
It's just so...
Wait, hold on. Do you have Weird Al's Instagram posts?
Oh yeah, that's...
No, but I saw this.
But also, here's another thing. We'll go back to Dwayne's chest.
But
we'll go back to that in a second.
The best one that I saw, and I have to read this because, oh boy, did I piss myself laughing. Do you guys think that it will end with Moana giving the heart of Te Fiti to the state so she could go to a fancy college in California with The Rock telling her to join the Marines in the process?
Okay, that was good.
Oh man, I laughed so fucking hard when I saw that, because like, it does look like it. It really, really does. I gotta see if I can find, oh man, I thought I had that from Weird Al saved, but I don't remember if I did.
But here's
Hold on,
like
let
the
me look
crazy
that up.
thing, like how much like it has like literally, it looks like every modern movie just smashed up into one. Like everyone who's been bitching about how movies have looked for the last 5 years, it fucking looks like this. And you know what's fucking like crazier? I actually have like, I'm just gonna put in our group text like a comparison this picture between one of the shots here and then in the
I know exactly which one you're referring to.
Oh yeah. You know, there's two. I'm not sure if you know. Let me just find it because it's been a long day. Oh, here's the one. All right, I'm just gonna send that really quick.
There it is. I found it. Here it is.
All right, so I just sent the one to you, Brock. So it's like the shot of the beach. Now, I'm not sure like how much of an animation nerd you are, Brock, but Disney has their
not
own.
as much as Mike.
Okay, well, Disney has like their own renderer that they've used since like 2014, called Hyperion.
Yep.
So, and Moana, I believe, was the second or third movie that they had used it on. So, and Moana is a decade old, right? So you have a movie that's over 10 years old, done on a renderer that's like probably close to like 12 or 15 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And everything, the lighting and the compositing looks so much fucking better.
Yeah, it's like night and day.
And here's the thing, because I did the comparison to Moulin Rouge. Hey, remember when movies had saturation?
Good times.
True.
Well, the only reason I thought like Moulin Rouge on the top of my head is because Moulin Rouge is basically a cartoon to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Basically,
it's so maximalist.
It is. But
And that movie came out like 25 years ago. But like my point is that, and a lot of it, because I've saw a few YouTube videos on it. Part of it is the transition from halogen lights to LED lights, which don't get me wrong, LED lights are amazing. They're a lot safer to use because they don't get hot and they're more cost efficient. However, the problem is LEDs are like too perfect and they make everything flat. And part of the cinematic look is having shadows and depth. So if you don't have that and you're using like a flat log, your footage is gonna look like shit.
it is.
Yep.
You're not wrong. So
You
this
are
is the
correct.
post we mentioned earlier that we wanted to show. We told all the casting agents that Weird Al Yankovic biopic sequel was on hold, but they just keep sending in headshots. Okay,
And also,
but
there's one other thing. We have to talk about Nipplegate.
so you guys thought that Weird Al or The Rock with hair looked bad.
Something's missing. Something important.
Like, this is the thing where you could partially see where it used to be. Like, right in this region here. You can see a little bit of areola in this region here, but not much. Like, they CGI'd through it.
Well, here's the thing. His body, obviously, they did a full CG replacement because trying to track those tattoos and having them animated on that would be a fucking nightmare. With all, like, the skin and stuff you have to interact, which actually it's quite common. If you actually looked at some of the recent Avatar behind the scenes stuff, like, so much of Spider's body was completely CG replacement. Because what happens is a lot of the times, if you're interacting with, like, 3D or digital elements and you have to have, like, touch interacting, it's just easier to straight up replace it. But here's my point of contention. Why does he not have nipples? I know he doesn't have nipples in the cartoon, but the Will Smith genie does.
Yeah, what the hell?
I got nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
No.
God, it's one of those things where, like, all of the things that could have been made. And the thing that I think makes it look so weird, they didn't increase the size of the Rock's head, but they increased the size of the rest of his body. Like, Maui has a head the size of a Buick Century, and here it's normal.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
No.
I mean, it's not Scorpion King level bad, but...
No, but the body proportions were better in Scorpion King!
Yeah, it's just the rendering of the Scorpion King that, like,
That's the
that looks
worst
bad.
part. It's so dumb. Like, how did you... Even if you need to make him look bigger, it's a demigod. Make him look weird. You made the genie look bigger?
It's just... Everything about this is... And look, most of the Disney remakes are crap, but
bad.
there's some... But some I will defend. Like, the three...
Pete's Dragon.
Pete's Dragon and Jungle Book, but also I will defend Cruella because Cruella is camp, and also there's two other live action 101 Dalmatian movies.
In my opinion, though, that's just a new movie.
Yeah, it's a reimagining, and you know you can't really get mad at it because there's already been like 2 lore accurate 101 Dalmatian live action movies.
Exactly. Yeah, Aladdin was good. I legitimately loved Will Smith as Genie.
Oh yeah, he was great.
He was fantastic. He was a perfect pick, in my opinion, when you actually got into it. Because he wasn't trying to be Robin Williams, and he was never going to.
No, and like, he knew you don't touch that.
No, absolutely not.
Chris Rock, you can touch.
Yeah. Like, legitimately, the only thing that I did not like about that live-action Aladdin, their Jafar sucked ass. It was god-awful. Their Jafar was fucking terrible. Alright, so we're going to talk about this first. The Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer has come up, and it is... What everyone's thoughts on it first? What do we like? How are we feeling on the Spider-Man New Day trailer?
I have seen the Brand New Day trailer like a couple of times now. Like, first time was just like, you know, watching the trailer, and then I've been watching it just vicariously through other reactions. I am really looking forward to this movie.
The return of depressed Peter Parker. Yes, all's right with the world.
Peter is broke, as all things should be, and we have Paul now.
God.
Oh, I can't wait to hate Paul.
We're robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Can you believe that we're going to see a live action Paul before Miles fucking Morales?
Wow. That's actually kind of insane.
Like, I don't know what the rumors are, but apparently Marvel wanted Miles to appear in something, and Sony told him to fuck off.
Apparently. You know what? Fair. Especially since, like, they're still working on Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Can you imagine? This is going away from Brand New, whatever. Can you imagine that if they're like, we're rebooting our cinematic universe, can you imagine if they go through with rebooting their cinematic universe again and they still don't do anything with Miles?
You know, knowing Sony, I can see that happening.
Yeah.
Fucking imagine.
And this time, I'm like, you can like, legitimately, not that you couldn't say it before, but, like, what other explanation would you have that these execs are racist? Like, what other possible evidence could you argue against that?
I don't know. At this point, I have no fucking idea. I love that we're finally getting Scorpion. We're getting another brand new Spider-Man villain, and Michael Mondo is the fucking Scorpion.
I am hyped.
Also, I'm so happy they went back on that, because that with the Scorpion tattoo and shit in the first one.
Also, we've only seen 5 seconds of Peter and Frank Castle interacting, and it is glorious.
It's great. I love that they're actually treating it as young Peter interacting with him. And, like, it shows that they've been knowing each other for a while, because apparently this movie takes place 4 years after No Way Home.
Yeah.
But, it's cool seeing the, like, skinned out, like, looking really good, taking care of himself, Jacob Batalon in this. This is the first one after his weight loss, so he looks really good. Am I crazy? At the end, the 3 stages of a spider's life, was that Keith David, or was that
that was him?
Okay.
It was indeed.
Because, like, they have the guy who's playing Tombstone that they haven't shown, and I didn't know if that was possibly just him, but that was Keith David. Who the fuck is Keith David in this movie?
Let me see if I can find out, because
I don't remember them saying fuck about Keith David being in this movie.
Yeah, is he somebody of note?
No, they have another actor. They have the guy who played Copperhead in, No, the guy who played Tobias
Whale in Black Lightning.
In Black Lightning. What's the term?
Albino?
The albino guy from Black Lightning. So no, they have a different guy playing him.
He'll be really good as Tombstone.
Oh, he's gonna be fucking fantastic as Tombstone.
So okay, it doesn't say who Keith David is playing, but
Keith David would have been a great Tombstone, though.
he would have been a good Tombstone.
But yeah, it's
like, he can't be like someone like Kingpin, because I would assume that's still gonna be D'Onofrio.
If they even have him in the fucking movies.
Okay, I need to bring this up, because I do not understand why. Like, D'Onofrio has said that the reason why Kingpin doesn't appear in the movies is because of, like, the rights that belong to Sony or something stupid. But I every time he brings it up, I'm confused as to, like, why.
Keep in mind also, Umbreon, and everyone keep it involved, that this is going to be, I believe, taking place well after Daredevil Season 2, so he's not going to be the mayor anymore, I'm going to assume.
That's what I'm thinking, too.
Yeah, because like you said, the mayor is different in the trailer.
Yeah.
Do you... just... They're not going to do it. They aren't going to do it because JK is there. But I just pictured Keith David as J. Jonah Jameson.
Oh, God.
Which is very close.
Wait, why is that perfect?
Because it's very close to the Ice Cube pick that a lot of people were saying for the Garfield movies. But
no, literally with the mustache and the hair. Like,
he could pull it off. He's got the stature for it.
He really could
pull it off.
Oh my gosh, man. If they somehow retcon out that, like, in the new universe reset, that somehow they recasted J. Jonah as him, I know it wouldn't work, but... Oh, man. Okay, so... in this trailer, we get to see Sadie Sink's character in a bit. Now, there's been some leaks of lines and stuff that get said, and it very much doesn't sound like Jean Grey. But the way that she's dressed looks like an exact panel of Jean Grey from some semi-recent Marvel comics. And in this, we see the Hulk. We see him as a doctor. So, and also in this, much to my dismay, it looks like he's going to get organic web shooters. Now, there is 2 possibilities of why that could be happening, and I am erect with anticipation about either for a good and a bad way in both directions.
I know where you're going
with this. Because the first one could be them doing Doppelganger or Man Spider, which could be awesome. But the second one, and the one I really fucking hope they would have the balls to do, is that Sadie Sink's character is the queen, and they have him give birth to himself in a fucking cocoon to give himself the fucking web shooters, like that dumbass comic that came out after the Tobey Maguire movies. Oh my, yeah, Umbreon, yeah. I'm telling you right now, y'all will never hear me shut up about it. If they actually do that plot line in these live action movies, I will never, and I mean never, shut up about it.
I'm just trying to figure out.
Because she has psychic powers. Everybody forgets that.
Mm-hmm.
And she was being chased after by the hand in the comics.
So here's a theory that I have, because I'm trying to think, because I don't think they're going to reuse villains from No Way Home. What if he's Shocker?
What if she is Shocker?
Yeah, no, Keith David.
Oh,
wait.
Well, they
already
had Shocker already. They had him in the first movie.
Yeah, in Homecoming.
Unless they recast him. He wasn't in the suit, but he had the shock gauntlets and he worked with the Vulture. Like, his name was even Herman Schultz. The Shocker was in the very first movie, yeah. He wasn't there for long, but, like, I wouldn't mind Keith David as Shocker, but I'm just, like, I'm trying to think of what character outside of J. Jonah Jameson, like, obviously J. Jonah wouldn't say those type of, I'm trying to think of what character would say those type of lines.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
But, if it's not Sadie Sink, or if it's Sadie Sink is not Jean Grey, God, I hope he's Adriana. I pray to the gods that they put that in live action.
Could he possibly be Robbie Robertson?
Maybe.
Ooh.
That would be kind of cool.
That would be interesting.
I'd be all for that.
Keith David and J.K. Simmons going back and forth.
Yeah, going back and forth, right? Yeah.
Could you, I'd be perfectly fine with that. But also, could you imagine the balls if they also brought back the original Robbie? That guy's still alive, right? I can't remember what the actor's name is.
He passed away, I think. Are you talking about Bill Nunn?
Did he?
Yeah, he passed away.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, him being Robbie actually would make a lot of sense.
That would be so cool.
I would just love to see the anger. I would just love to see the anger of him being J. Jonah Jameson. But yeah. Keith David and J.K. Simmons going back and forth would be fucking funny.
Yeah.
You know, here's someone that he could be too. What about Spencer Smythe?
Oh, he could be.
Yeah. That would make sense too with what he's saying in the trailer.
Yeah, and that would get me towards my Spider Slayers in a movie that I've always wanted, since they actually casted BJ Novak as him in the freaking in the Garfield movies. People like to forget. BJ Novak's character was the head of the Spider Slayer development.
Wait, who was that villain that they had in like the J. Michael Straczynski written the run that he had, where he had like that one guy Ezekiel or something?
What was his powers? Was his name? Because I might not know that off of just look. What was his powers?
I'm forgetting exactly what his power set was, but let me look it up real quick. I think his name was Ezekiel.
But anyway, yeah.
Let me see.
One thing I also want
Ezekiel
them to do?
Sims.
Ezekiel Sims. Oh shit! Who is that?
That's Spider Totem.
Oh, Ezekiel Sims. Yeah, he's the guy that hunts down that hunts down spider totems. He's and it's not Morlun. What's his name?
Yeah, Morlun was the guy that was like his enemy or something like that. But I don't know. Maybe you could do something like Morlun or like Ezekiel Sims kind of a thing.
Yeah, but
wait, the character from Madam Web.
Oh God!
Shit. Yeah, it is.
Oh, that is.
It is.
No,
we don't want that.
No, we don't want that. No.
Oh, I do though.
Maybe Morlun. I mean, I could see him. I could see him
Could
also
you-
being Morlun if they
could
didn't
you-
do Ezekiel Sims. I'm sorry.
Could you fucking imagine
I
the
forgot
balls?
about Madam Web. Forgive
Could
me.
you imagine the balls if they took Ezekiel Sims out of Madam Web and just made him a good character?
You know something? Maybe there is something to that. Maybe there is, but I don't know. I mean,
But-
I was just thinking about like if they just ignored everything that happened in Madam Web, like I apparently have.
But still make him ADR all of his lines in.
Oh God.
It'd be
Oh yeah,
awesome.
we gotta stick a tradition.
And make him always
Fair
be drinking
enough.
Pepsi. And be very bad at opening the can.
So actually, I was just realizing this. So
Maybe.
BJ Novak played Alistair, which is the son.
Okay. Alistair
So
Smythe.
Alistair Smythe?
yeah, so Spencer, the last major Spider-Man thing he was in, and I'm just remembering it now because I saw the picture. He was in the 2017 Spider-Man cartoon, and I think he was voiced by Ben Diskin.
Could be. That tracks. I just Keith David in a live action superhero movie again. Like the dude Spawn.
I mean, you know what? To be fair, though, maybe they do something like that, and just like grab Ezekiel Sims and make him into an actual character instead of having him be like that weird ass whatever the fuck.
I don't know why I just thought about this, but for some reason in my brain it was like, imagine if they made him Uncle Ben.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my God.
Just
I wouldn't
because I
mind
know
it.
obviously that doesn't wait. That
I
does
wouldn't mind
track
it.
because in my brain I'm like, Uncle Ben doesn't have to be white. Could you fucking imagine if they make Keith David Uncle Ben and had a flashback of him dying just to kill him?
Oh my God.
I would laugh my ass off. I would clap. I would go.
Oh, jeez.
Oh. Imagine he's in the movie as someone different, but the ADR is lines as Keith David. That'd be fucking It'd
What
be
if they
like
bring back the Ezekiel Sims character just having the ADR and it's just fucking...
It'd be like that fucking moment in the Naked Gun reboot where Dave Bautista just fucking warps into the scene and is saying Liam Neeson's lines. Do you remember that scene by the water?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I love that scene.
I'm sorry, man. I'm
So
just
well.
not getting these lines right.
Yeah,
It's not
I'm
working.
just
Dave, it's
imagining,
okay.
Spider-Man, I will protect you.
Oh
Or
my
some shit,
god.
like, I'll kill you, Spider-Man.
Spider, man. I don't know why all of a sudden he just became fucking computer I can't think of his name. He was in the epic rap battle against Neil deGrasse Tyson. What's his name? Stephen Hawking. I don't know what he said. I will protect you, Spider-Man.
Look,
You
the truth
are
is hard.
dying.
You try to not to badly ADR something in real time.
I
You
know.
try
It's
it.
bad. It's bad. I know. It's a talent, and they pulled it off great.
They pulled it off with a plum. They did.
They did. All right. So they have announced the Sonic the Hedgehog forecast along with that little teaser trailer that they did. So Ben Kingsley, Nick Offerman, Jim Carrey, Ben Schwartz, Kristen Bell, Idris Elba, Keanu Reeves, James Marsden, Tika Sumpter, Matt Berry, Colleen O'Shaughnessy, Lee Majdab, and Richard Ayoade. Who do you think the not already casted people are going to be?
The Ben Kingsley cast is kind of throwing me off.
A lot of people were bringing up the Chaotix characters,
Ooh.
like Knuckles' little crew. Like someone brought up Nick Offerman as Big the Cat.
Perfect. 10 out of 10, no notes.
I can't remember. It's a green mosquito-esque character, or no, it's Trevor Slattery for Sonic 4. He's like, I'm a hedgehog. I don't understand. I'm a hedgehog. Oh man, and then someone for Ben Kingsley's character, I can't remember who they mentioned. They also haven't mentioned who the hell's voicing Metal Sonic. But that's a good cast, and I'm gonna be open and honest with you. Jim Carrey's in this movie. I love that Jim Carrey has openly said, I'm retiring from Hollywood, but I'm going to keep coming back to be Dr. Robotnik. And I hope they keep killing him in more ridiculous ways in every movie.
Yes.
They should.
Because, like, how are you explaining away outside of a teleporter that you survived Sonic 3?
Seriously.
Like, what are we actually fucking doing? Like, he falls over and the robot in 2, and like, alright, maybe it fell to the side, but like, man, we created a second planet next to the Earth with the explosion from that freaking death ray. Oh, man. Jim Carrey, retired and hates sequels. Going to be on his 4th Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Only will not unretire if a script is dropped in my hands written in gold.
Imagine explaining to someone on DeviantArt 20 years ago that there was a 4th Sonic the Hedgehog movie with Jim Carrey in it.
And Ben Kingsley.
Yes.
Yeah, just imagine explaining to some Sonic kid in like 2006 making their OCs.
My dream has come true. It's actually happening. All right. Speaking of dreams come true and things that are happening that they should, Netflix's K-pop sequels is getting some fucking money. Oh my god. Does anyone have access to this Puck News thing?
Nope.
Fuck. All right. Does anyone have a link to it? Because I need to be subscribed to it, and I'm not doing that. Gosh dang it. I freaking hate this. Like, you all are not that important. All right. All right, let's see if Cartoon Brew will let me see it. All right, so Kang and Applehans have signed an exclusive 5-year agreement reportedly worth around $10 million annually between them, structured more like a premium TV showrunner deals than those historically seen among animated feature directors. The deal represents perhaps a major course correction for an industry that has long neglected its most important creators, often regarding executives, producers, rather than the talent behind the greatest successes. Crucially, Kang and Applehouse also secured ancillary revenue from merchandise tied to both the original film and its sequel, in an area where animation creators have historically been excluded, which would be nice for artists who design the works and those toys that are based on and get a big piece of the pie too, but this deal is at least a step in the right direction. Producer at Sony Pictures Animation has also seen revised terms after the film's success, roughly $40 million for the sequel, plus a retroactive adjustment for the first film and merchandise participation. None of this is standard, and all of it should be. Yeah, there was also some other things.
Yeah, fucking good. Yeah, like if
you're
you're
getting
a big producer, you get big producer money. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're gonna get stuff for the music as well. There was other stuff to these deals that was like fucking ridiculous, but they deserve it.
I mean, they should be getting like, Ryan Murphy and Shonda, Rhimes, back when Netflix was throwing stupid amounts of money at people, like they should be getting that deals, because if you're in charge of like multiple shows or a major franchise, then yeah, you should get the money. Like, this is like Netflix's like dream and beyond dreams of having like their own, major like, kid and teen oriented franchise, even though like obviously adults can still like K-pop Demon Hunters, whatever. Which, speaking of which, did you see the McDonald's collab?
I did.
That is like just great stuff.
Yeah, it's something. It's that reminds me of the old McDonald's collabs and toys and all that. Like, y'all remember when they were giving out the toys for the Inspector Gadget movie?
I was just about to say that! Oh my god! And I'm so mad! I kept trying. I never got all the pieces.
No, neither did I.
I tried. I knew you were gonna say that. I mean, for this, they're giving like trading cards and stuff. I mean, I'm kind of mixed. I kind of get why they're starting to do away with toys. Like, hopefully they can do a collab at some point. But for McDonald's, this is such a no-brainer, because at least for the American restaurants, they've done a couple collabs with BTS. Some have had like toys and stuff, and those have done fairly well. So having K-pop Demon Hunters just was like an obvious, like, of course we'll do this.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Like, it's gonna look real awkward when I go through the drive-thru with my 4 teenage and above nephews, and I'm like, I will take 5 Happy Meals, please. Put the fries in the bag, sir.
Yes, I will have 2 Huntrix and 3 Sasha Boy meals, please.
They're like, all while they're saying we don't want McDonald's. Shut up! You're my excuse.
You know what's crazy? I think for the Sasha thing, they said they're gonna have the ramyun powder. I'm curious how spicy that is, because I'm not sure if most white people can handle it. Because I have the actual K-pop Demon Hunters ramyun, because I like the spicy ramyun anyway. Like, I down that shit with like coffee and milk, because otherwise, if you don't, you will fucking die.
Oh, it's that spicy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Side note, before we get on to the next one, I'm pretty fucking excited because I get to meet Mei Hong this weekend at the con that I'm going to. Mira's voice actress. I'm fucking pumped. That's gonna be so fucking cool. Alrighty, so Code Geass director warns about the future of anime. Goro Taniguchi, the director of Code Geass, Illusion of the Rebellion, shared concerns about the anime industry becoming too reliant on adaptations. He explained that while adaptations are easier to produce and profit from, they limit the creativity. According to him, creators working on adaptations are more like arrangers, while original anime creators act as composers who build stories from the ground up. Taniguchi clarified that he isn't against adaptations, but stressed that the original anime are crucial for keeping the industry creative, diverse, and evolving. Without balance, he warned that Japanese animation could gradually lose its identity.
And he's right.
Mm-hmm. So when Cameron and I usually do our like season recaps, I pay attention to what shows we're watching, and out of like the 30 plus shows that we end up covering, I can count on one hand the number of original shows that premiere each season, whereas the rest of them are either light novel adaptations or manga adaptations.
I mean, it was already kind of bad, like, when Code Geass was first airing, R1 and R2 in, like, 2006 through 2008. Like, you already kind of saw, like, the rise of the big three and, like, a lot of adaptations. It's gotten, like, so much worse since then.
Oh, absolutely. Mm-hmm. And, like, for the people that don't understand why also it's kind of hard to get away from, the manga is the #1 paper product in Japan. It's over toilet paper. Like, for how much manga gets made. It's fucking crazy. But, like, in my top 5 anime of all time, and I'm not saying that mangas are bad or whatever, but in my top 3 of all time, in top 5 of all time, 3 of them are original. Gurren Lagann, Kill la Kill, and Death Parade. Now, Death Parade is based off of a one-shot, like, web thing, but they made the whole thing up. They essentially made a new thing off of it. And now Gurren Lagann and also Darling in the Franxx is up there, but Darling in the Franxx and Gurren got mangas after that. I now have to read the Gurren one because I found out that there's substantial changes in it that I actually want to read. But yeah, you get to do stuff and try different things. I know that's an unbelievably basic statement, but when you're making this, you don't have the pressure of the person going, you better animate my fucking scene correctly, or this and that. And, like, you can do adaptations for stuff and change things from going from manga to the anime, but you don't have to worry about being too tied to something, and you can kind of just do what you want, obviously, when there's no source material.
I mean, let's be real. I mean, all of us are anime fans, like, but so much of, like, anime, especially, I would say the last 5 to 10 years, has become this homogeneized thing that half the time, like, you can't even tell, like, one show from another.
there's extreme rarities, especially in shonen. It gets really Gachiakan is not original. That is based off of manga. It's just really fucking good and written differently. Now, is it like some other shonen? Yes, but it is very unique because of how it's put together, where they like hired a graffiti artist and all these other things, and just everything put into that is different. But it's you then you get stuff like Gachi, where it is a thing that is normal, but it feels a little different because it's slightly put together in different ways and different themes and other stuff, where you could like tell there's a lot more personable stuff in certain things. Like, that's one thing I could really love about Gachi, is like you could tell there's some real personal, actual shit coming out of the author into that. And I'm not saying that doesn't happen with other stuff, but sometimes you can tell an author is just kind of writing the shit to write it sometimes, because they have to get through a certain part because they have to put out a chapter weekly.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also hard for a studio to bet on an original, because like you're looking at numbers, and what people also don't know is that a lot of times you make an anime to help sell the manga.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird process considering how fucking expensive and not great on returns you get from an anime, but yeah.
People often forget how just corporate the anime industry is compared to other art forms.
Yeah. Like, it's still all good, and there's stuff that comes from it, but it's few and far between with everything. Like, only one of the three of my top 3 animes are OG. Yeah, it's very hard to imagine it, and like, when I tell you, every time I've seen 5 different animes come out this year where I was reincarnated as the top thing, where I got dropped from my group and started a... It becomes to the point of where I can't even tell you what the anime is from another.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's an anime coming out now that legitimately looks like it's actually just solo leveling. I can't remember what that thing is called. It's like Dungeon or Layer King or something, where it's just solo. The fucking main character is just Sun Jin Woo. Like, again. It's just him again. But he's doing different stuff. And I believe it has the same damn near plot as solo leveling. And then even when you get whatever, like me and Bree are both big fans of JoJo's, apparently JoJo episode 2 is delayed because something dumb is happening. And we still don't know if Pony is going to be the ender.
You know what? After it'll be worth it, but I actually, because I was talking to Mike with this earlier, so the difference between like this season of JoJo's versus like Stone Ocean is Stone Ocean was still airing on TV, I believe, where this season is completely a Netflix exclusive. And then someone pointed out that because it is on Netflix, you know, since Netflix is doing same day and date, that means they have to dub it into like 14 plus languages, and it has to be polished. Like, there's not going to be a fix it on Blu-ray version. This is it.
There isn't, but like, it wasn't, if I remember correctly, it wasn't, because when it switched completely to Netflix, it killed the hype of how they did things, because they dropped it in 3 batches.
So are they doing Stone Ocean weekly this time?
Well,
no.
Stone Ocean's done.
Stone Ocean.
Oh, this is
So we don't know. So the first episode is 47 minutes. So they did basically. Because here's a question I have: are they just gonna do it straight up as a seasonal anime, or are they doing it sort of like the Rohan Kishibe like OVAs, or are they releasing it OVA style? Because
I don't know.
If they were just doing it that way, saying we're just going to release it like OVAs, I'd be fine. Just be upfront with it.
From what I understand, and from what I read and what I saw, it's going to be regular episodes. It's just that first one was a big special. From what I understand.
I mean, that's pretty common. And anime usually does that, where like an episode 1 can be like 47 minutes.
Well,
and plus it's the introduction to the idea of the steel ball run and all that, getting people
right. Not only that, but since this is low key kind of, I mean, they have part 7 in the titles, but it's also at the same time sort of a soft reboot of JoJo's.
Yeah, that's what it was initially. And then I know I say this every time, but it makes me so happy whenever time I get to say it. Part 6 has gotten too far off the rails, and I feel like I need to start my anime off fresh because it got too crazy. How are we going to restart it, Iraqi? We're going to have a horse race across the United States for the body parts of Jesus Christ. No, sorry. The Holy Savior.
But I will say one thing. The horses look good.
Oh, absolutely. And you can bet that that was a concerted effort. And you can tell in part 6 that they were testing 3D animation because there was random little parts of stands that were always 2D that were randomly just made as a 3D thing to see what 3D animation would look like. Because for those that don't know, one of the hardest things to animate is a fucking horse. The muscles, the moving legs, everything. It sucks.
And I can say, as someone who regularly rides them, like, horses, they're weird demonic creatures. They're very sweet, but I'm like, horses don't make sense as animals. They just don't.
They don't. They actively hurt their legs if humans don't domesticate them and put hooves on. Or put the horseshoes on. That's so crazy to me. I don't think of any other creature that is actively helped by a human making them easier to walk. It's so fucking weird. Come here. We're gonna nail some metal in your foot and it'll actually help you.
Well, because here's the thing. It doesn't actually hurt them because they actually have no nerve endings there.
I know, but it's just so weird, the concept of, what if I nailed some metal into its foot? I bet it would walk better. I didn't feel that. And then they always just thought they were really good at not hitting something, and scientists went, there's no nerve endings, and they went, aw. I just thought I was really good at my job. It's so crazy to me. Like, I can't think of another creature that was actively helped that much by a human domestication.
They see sideways, they see it forwards,
It's
they can walk while they poop. Like, nothing about horses makes sense.
It's a weird creature.
And they can't get drunk. Like, nothing about horses makes.
I didn't know that one.
Oh yeah, so sometimes
horses are Captain America?
Well, not only that, horses can't throw up. So what happens is, since horses can't throw up...
What? Can they sweat? Are they like dogs?
Yeah, no, they sweat, but what happens is, since horses physically can't throw up, they colic, which is fucking bad for them. So sometimes, if a horse has a sensitive tummy, what they will do is, they'll give them beer, because, like, the barley in the beer settles their tummy. So a horse can drink a 6-pack, no problem, it'll be fine.
Hold on. This is... What? So
I've learned so much today.
So horses got just Heiser's what? So we learned that horses walk better because humans decided to nail metal into their feet. We learned that they can't fucking puke. So to settle their stomachs, we just ramrod a 6-pack down them like they're a fucking bag. What are these creatures? What?
No, but, like, since they can't throw up, like, if they colic, that's actually really bad because they could actually die because basically their intestines get twisted. It's, like, not good.
What's that? And then, but can they get stoned? That's a good question. But what is that? Is it ducks or geese that can't, like, process gas?
That's a good
I can't remember
question.
what it is, because there was a thing where people were, like, arrested for, like, killing geese because they were, like, giving them, I can't remember what pill it was, that made them gassy, and, like, they just, like, exploded because they can't process gas or fart to get rid of it. I can't remember. Honey, the horse is sick. Go out and get him a 6-pack. I'm just picturing a guy having a bad day and his horse is, like, not doing good. I'm like, you too, buddy. And he just cracks a Miller High Life.
Oh, you know what? It's better. I could do it. I could do. Do you what? Yeah, one better. You all don't believe me?
I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm just having, like, what are these fucking creatures that I thought I understood?
No, I'm gonna show you something. All right. No, I am going to show you. Just give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna make sure the volume in this isn't in the fucking stratosphere. God, I cannot. If this is loud.
We were overwhelmed with dogs enjoying the snow.
Hold on.
We were overwhelmed with dogs.
I had the freaking video. Hold on. Here we go.
That's 11.
He has a beer for breakfast, a beer for dinner. I wish I had Big John's life right now. He has his own personal massage gun.
Oh, good boy. Oh, big boy.
He tries a lot of horses, but he's picky.
Irene, if you're still in here, can you get that?
To Big John's field, and
or Kiona, if you want to, I guess.
We let them settle in for a couple days.
Oh yeah, horses are needy too. They get depressed if they don't have a friend.
Aww.
That I know.
She's just as content as can be, just
I got it.
standing there.
Thank you.
He loves his lady.
They just kind of are this adorable little old couple.
But yeah, horses drink beer.
Just didn't know that horses were frat boys. Like, I didn't, like...
They low-key kind of are.
What the fuck? Alright, so that was a tangent. I had one more thing here on anime, because, oh boy, friendship really is magic for horses, but also, so is malted hops. To quote Tommy Boy, and for you, it's malted hops and bong resin. Alright. Anime creators received 0.0 of the Japanese government's entertainment industry subsidies in 2024, official documents have shown. With content like anime and video games becoming an increasingly important driver of Japan's economy, the government in recent years has been expanding its support initiatives for entertainment industry. This includes monetary subsidies aimed at improving and working conditions and helping the companies localize and publish their content overseas. More recently, even grants aimed at indie developers. However, it's been revealed that the frontline staff who actually create anime, manga, and games received a shockingly small percentage of that money. According to Magmix, based on materials published by Japan's Ministry of Economic Trade Industry, I read that completely wrong. Japan's Ministry of Economic Trade and Industry, METI, earlier this year, the domestic entertainment industry received 6.77 billion yen in subsidies, about 42.5 million USD in 2024. However, 54.9% of this total went towards the live action industry, with only 12.26 and 10.7 becoming allocated to anime and games respectively, suggesting significant bias. Not only that, but when looking at the breakdown within the industry, the subsidies primarily went towards promotion, localization, distribution, which actually left with creators receiving 0.0. This means there was barely any government support trickling down directly into the anime production staff. The games industry percentage, however, was somewhat higher with 1.4.
Wow. That's
Yeah. On the flip side, METI does seem aware that this issue in the ministry's documents indicate that considering the introduction direct support for these creators, however, that Magmix points out there's a concern about whether the government officials have sufficient understanding of how the industry and the front line work in the first place. How difficult it can be to even make ends meet, many anime creators have little time and resources to dedicate for applying for grants, which means that the large enterprises with higher administrations and capabilities being favored in the system. The Japanese government has set a target increasing annual overseas revenue related to domestic content to 20 trillion yen, or about 125.5 billion USD by 2033. In recent years, anime in particular has been reaching record-breaking revenue figures. However, it has been accompanied by a growing number of anime studio bankruptcies and closures, as production companies face a profitless boom. In November last year, oh boy, Taikuko Databank said that the anime industry was in urgent need of measures to get back on its feet, so the grant system that targets creators more directly seems to be much needed. That sucks. Isn't Dragon Ball a huge contributor to Japan's whole economy? Yes. Yes, it is. It is a giant. It has been joked about how they could go into an economic recession if Dragon Ball stopped doing stuff.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of, this is related. We do have late breaking news, because would it really be a Zeroing Out podcast if we didn't talk about our boy, the savior, our prodigal son, Noah Centineo?
Is he going to be in a live-action Dragon Ball show? Tell me, please, God, please.
I know, and it's so funny that we talked about Michael Mando. So, he's apparently in the Noah Centineo Gundam movie.
Oh God!
Yes!
Here, I posted the article in the doc.
Yes! Noah, my boy! Where is it? Yes!
Noah has blessed us with his presence yet again!
He has! Okay, Gundam's cast Michael Mando. Let's fucking go. Entertainment News Deadline reported Tuesday that the latest incarnation of Sunrise, the Legendary Pictures live-action Gundam film, is cast Michael Mando, Spider-Man Homecoming, Orphan Black, and Better Call Saul. Deadline. I love how they don't mention Far Cry 3. Deadline also reported that the production will start filming in Australia next month. Deadline reported that Netflix is on board to distribute the film. Deadline's reports also listed Sydney Sweeney, Euphoria, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Immaculate. Noah Centineo! To All the Boys I've Loved Before in Street Fighter, and Jason Clarke, A House of Dynamite, Oppenheimer. Winning Time, The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty, is on board to star the film. Sydney Sweeney will reportedly still in final talks as of March 2025. Deadline similarly reporting that Noah Centineo is in talks to join the film.
This is what my life needed today.
I knew we couldn't end the show with that. It popped on my feed. I'm like, wait.
I don't know what we need, but we need to have someone make some kind of logo or something with Noah.
Just Noah Centineo needs to be our...
Yeah, just like the bat signal from the 66 Batman.
The Noah signal.
It's the unofficial mascot over.
It's so stupid. It's so dumb how... What movie started this fucking horseshit? I can't even
I think
remember.
because we thought he was going to be in the we knew he was going to be in Street Fighter, right? I think we knew.
Wasn't the thing that where we thought...
Wasn't it Masters of the Universe or something that we thought he was going to be in, but then it was the other guy. It turned out to be the other dude.
Yeah.
He was originally supposed to be in Masters of the Universe, but then...
That's what it was. And then he was just in like a whole bunch of things.
Yeah, where we couldn't get away from him.
Yeah, and we were just like, you know what? Noah Centineo is our savior. Let's just face it.
And do you know what? Right now, you could show me a picture of 17 actors, and I couldn't pick Noah Centineo out of the bunch.
I know.
Like,
but
I don't think I've
did a good
seen
job of introducing the Street Fighter footage at the
yes,
Gable.
Brock, you have seen Noah Centineo before.
What have
he was
I
in
seen
Black
it?
Adam.
Who the fuck was he in Black Adam?
Adam Smasher.
Oh, the guy with the mask on. So no, I still couldn't identify him in a fucking picture.
No, but here's what we need to do. We need to just do like the bat signal from Batman 66 and just have like Noah's head spinning.
There's just gonna be Noah instead of Batman. If anyone, praise on the gods. If anyone has the time, talent, or ability, make an animation of fucking one of us popping a Noah signal in the air and it's just his face. I don't know who could do it.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about it, though, is the fact that he actually looks good as Ken in Street Fighter. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
He looks great.
I need more Noah in my life. Apparently, this is the thing that's sustaining me tonight. It's giving me happiness.
It's just become this creature that has become ethereal in our.
He has.
Of Noah Centineo.
He's become the pillar of the Zeroing Out universe, and perhaps Renegade Pop Cultures as well.
Listen, no, I know you're not listening, but you're welcome on any time.
You're welcome on.
You are welcome on any time.
I will know we've made it if somehow I hear Noah in an interview going, "Yeah, there's this fucking weird podcast like always mentions
weird ass podcast with like these hosts, and they keep saying my name, and I have no idea why, and I have no intention of ever engaging with these people."
That would be
my
peak moment in life if for some fucking reason in a random entertainment interview, Noah Centineo goes, "Does anyone know why this one podcast like keeps talking about me?" If I could ever get Noah Centineo to ignite... It's not even a guy who I'm a huge fan of, like, and he's a great actor for Black Adam. I remember it being good, but like, if I somehow got him to acknowledge this fucking podcast, I think I would die happy on the spot.
I agree. I would be
Our one and only interview would somehow be for Street Fighter, and it would be Noah Centineo.
Dude, I would... That would literally make me freak out, honestly.
Yeah, Umbreon. For some reason, my name gets a big uptake in the search results on Tuesday nights. It just fucking goes through the roof. Heisers, I would die. I wouldn't be able to talk to him.
I would just be like, hey.
You know what I would
we all turned to Chris Farley.
Do you know what I would turn into? Do you guys remember that fucking semi-regular segment that Chris Farley had on SNL where he just got the guys on? He's like,
God.
do you remember that thing you like did in your movie? Like that was really cool. Like, that's exactly what he would be on the stream, and I would like not be processing that he's on this. I just like. You know what would happen? I would forget he was on the stream, and I would make a joke about Noah Centineo while he's in the stream. He's like, guys, it's me. Oh shit, when did you get here? I think also, his name is really fun to say. Can I just put that out there?
I honestly, yeah.
What if he asked the guest? Man, I would die.
Oh my god, man.
I would want, like, Johnny Young Bosch, Yuri Lowenthal, Noah Centineo.
The Holy Trinity.
The Holy Trinity. I can't get Kevin Conroy, so I gotta settle for Noah Centineo.
So hold on. Who's the guy that's actually in the Masters of the Universe?
I don't know
right now.
Hold on, name? I'll look him up.
I still keep forgetting that movie is even real.
Yeah. 2 of those will be at Denver Fan Expo. Noah Centineo's gonna be at Fan Expo.
Oh, that's Nicholas Galitzine.
Galitzine. Okay, yeah.
He's Noah Centineo, but I guess he'll do.
No.
What has he been in?
He was in Red, White, and Royal Blue, Bottoms. He's in that new I'm
more of a top guy.
The Sheep Detectives movie.
Obviously.
Noah Centineo's a top. That's why I like him.
Oh yes, exactly. Yes. Noah would never be caught in a.
Noah could never be caught being a bottom.
No, absolutely not.
This is so fucking stupid. Like if this is so.
I have really come to love him. I have honestly become a fan of Noah Centineo because of this bit that we have going on, and it's honestly
what?
Like, it has endeared him to me somewhat in a strange way.
Do you know what? Noah Centineo would be the guy to star in the live-action Walker Johnson movie.
God damn it.
Oh my god, yes.
If someone can draw Noah Centineo as Walker Johnson...
Hell yeah.
I would put that shit on a t-shirt, and I would wear it.
The Church of Centineo. We are now all of the Noans and the Centineoans.
I am a what was it?
Holy shit.
A New Baptist Centinean.
Oh yeah, Brock, have you ever seen like any of like you know what we need to do? Brock, have you ever seen any of the Church of the Rock plays that Jenny Nicholson covered?
No.
Oh my god, you've never seen the Avengers Easter play?
No, that I've heard of. I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it.
Yeah, where Tony Stark gets crucified.
Yeah.
Thumping by Chumbawamba.
Yeah. That thing's a fucking acid trip, if anyone has not seen that. I've seen clips, and it's a fucking trip.
No, I actually rewatched it, because it's one of my favorite videos for her, and I haven't watched it in a few years, so I've rewatched the whole Church Play cinematic universe. But then the last couple, they just decided to do a regular Easter play, which, boo!
I remember, I actually watched that entire video.
the Church of Noah and the Latter-day Saints.
No, but still the best crucifixion is when they did the Back to the Future play and Marty McFly gets crucified on the clock tower. It's just like
Jesus.
What I'm saying is we need to do like a passion play like that.
With Noah Centineo?
Yes.
Noah Centineo.
Good lord.
Where he gets crucified on a Gundam.
Yes. You know what? That would be the most anime-ass thing ever, just to have a random crucifixion.
You know what that means? Noah Centineo is going to be in the live-action reboot of Neon Genesis Evangelion as Gendo Ikari.
Oh,
damn it.
Jesus.
No, he's going to be Shinji. No, he's going to be Pen Pen.
Oh, perfect casting. 10 out of 10, no notes.
All right.
He could replace Chuck Norris as the Axis. No, he would just, it wouldn't need to be tough. I could see him being the Chuck Norris joke. It would just not to be tough guy jokes. We just need to come up with a. Did you know Noah Centineo starred in some? We'd have to workshop at something, but we need to get out of here. I'm gonna have an aneurysm. Bree, where can everybody find you?
Do they want to find me, Brock? Like, I'm asking you honestly.
I don't fucking know.
Oh, well, if you want to find me, you can find me at crazylemur.bsky. That's social on Blue Sky. I'm also on Instagram at lemurs rule1, which I promise I've just been super busy. I'm going to post those flower show pics. I'm also trying to finish the Suspicious Leah review. My week's just been cocoa bananas, but I promise they're coming. So if you want to just follow my nonsense, look me up there.
Mike, where can we find you?
You guys can find me on various social media sites at Captain K42. You can check out my quick thoughts on letterboxd.com/CoachK42. And you can follow Renegade Pop Culture on Facebook and Blue Sky at Renegade Pop Culture. You can also find us on Twitch at twitch.tv/Renegade Pop Culture. You can also find us on YouTube at Renegade Pop Culture or Organoid Zero.
Yeah.
Find us on Podchaser. Consider supporting our Patreon at patreon.com/Renegade Pop Culture. Listen to all of our podcasts on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen, and Pandora.
Yes.
For some goddamn reason, Pandora.
And last but not least, everything can be found at renegadepopculture.com. Need an escape? So do we.
Absolutely. Kiona?
You can find me at renegadepopculture.com, of course. That is where I posted my Resident Evil 9 review. That is from a kind of a series casual fan's perspective of the game. Hopefully, I gave it a 9. Okay, I gave it a 9. That's a spoiler. Anyway, but it was definitely one of my favorite games so far this year. It's been kind of a weird year for games, but so far. But we got some good ones coming up in the future.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, twitch.tv/Neoplasmic, that is the one that I will push tonight, just because I did a stream today. Not you know, it was a mellow day. It was a mellow day, so maybe on Thursday something more interesting will come up with that Xbox event. Hopefully there will be something shown off good. The Expanse. I'm looking for it.
Yeah,
so,
that looks cool.
We'll see. That looks awesome. Not just on Xbox, of course. It's going to be on it's multi-platform.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, that is where you can find me. Also, Twitter and Blue Sky. Twitter, Neoplasmic24. Blue Sky, just old Neoplasmic.
You can find me everywhere at Organoid Zero, mainly on Twitch and YouTube. If you are into cosplays, convention going and such, you can over on my Instagram, over at Organoid Zero, where I'm working actively on my next cosplay, which is Leon Kennedy from RE9 Requiem. And, yeah, we're going to get out of here. And I know we didn't get to talk about it because it's not normal news, but just word of advice for the day. Don't piss off Alan Richardson.
Yeah.
Have a good night, everybody. Bye!
Good night.